Well, starting a YouTube channel is like your first day at the gym. You're pumped, you've got your plan, and you're ready to crush it. And then you look around and realize this is going to be harder than you thought. Those first 100 subscribers are the toughest. 90% of YouTubers never make it past 100 subscribers. But don't let that scare you, because that also means if you do hit 100, you're already ahead of most creators. Think about it. There are over 50 million content creators on YouTube, but only a tiny percentage actually break through that first milestone. It's because those first 100 aren't about going viral or gaming the system. They're about learning and improving and figuring out what makes people click that subscribe button. And if you've been stuck at 0 or you're even crawling toward 100, you're not alone. Every creator has been there, and it's frustrating, it's slow, and honestly, it's kind of brutal. But here's the good news. It's doable. People talk a lot about the algorithm, but getting your first 100 subscribers isn't about beating some mysterious algorithm. It's about making content that people can actually relate to and care about. So if you think about it, why would someone subscribe to your channel? Because they've watched your video, they've got something out of it and thought, I want more of this. And that's the goal. You're not just making videos, you're solving problems, or you're entertaining or teaching or inspiring people. But figuring out all that is the tough part. And here's where a lot of new creators get stuck. We make videos that we think are cool, but we forget to ask, does this help anyone? If you want to grow, your videos need to give people a reason to stick around. And maybe you're showing them how to do something, or maybe you're making them laugh after a tough day. Whatever it is, your content has to answer the question, why should someone care? So let's get into the details. First, be specific. The more focused your video is, the easier it is for someone to see the value in it. Instead of a video titled How to Be More Productive, try something like 5 productivity hacks that I use every morning. It's clearer and it promises a direct benefit. So think about the who and who your video is for. If you're making content for everyone, you're probably not making content for anyone. So you have to find your people. If you're passionate about coffee, make videos for coffee nerds. If you're into coding, make videos for aspiring developers. The more specific you are about your audience, the easier it is to connect with them. And you got to teach what you know, even if you don't feel like an expert. So sharing your journey is valuable too. People love to see someone learning and growing, and it makes your content relatable. Finally, don't forget to ask yourself, would I watch this? If the answer is no, go back and tweak it. Add more value, make it fun, make it useful. Make it something that you would subscribe to. The first 100 subscribers are hard because you're trying to figure all this out, but that's what makes it fun. Each video you make gets you closer to creating something people genuinely love, and that's part of the journey. And once you do, the subscribers will come. So getting your first 100 subscribers isn't magic, it's strategy. And it's simpler than you think. You don't need a fancy camera or Hollywood level editing or a viral dance routine. You just need a plan, and here's some things that can help you with that. Don't try to be everything to everyone. Instead, pick one thing and own it. So if you're into coding, focus on that. If you're obsessed with coffee, start there. The more specific your content is, the easier it is for people to say, hey, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And people subscribe to channels that solve their problems or match their interests. Be consistent. I know you've heard this before, but consistency is what builds trust. And it doesn't just mean posting regularly. It means showing up and getting better with every video. Your first videos might be rough, and that's okay. Just aim to improve something each time. And maybe your audio gets better or your editing gets better, and those small things add up. Make searchable content. YouTube is basically a giant search engine, and people are looking for answers. So give them answers. If you're into coding, try videos like how to build your first Python app. If you're a coffee nerd, maybe something like 3 easy ways to make better coffee at home. So think about what your audience is Googling and make content that they can find. Engage with your audience. When someone leaves a comment on your video, don't just heart it, reply to it. Start conversations. Ask questions in your videos to encourage comments. Engagement isn't just good for the algorithm, it's how you build a community. And trust me, even having 5 loyal viewers who actually care about your content feels amazing. Collaborate with others. Don't try to go it alone. Reach out to other small creators in your niche. Maybe you feature each other in a video or just share ideas. Collaboration introduces you to new audiences and keeps you motivated. Plus, it's just more fun when you're not grinding solo. Experiment. Try new ideas. Test different formats. Some will flop and some will click, and that's part of the process. You're not just making videos, you're figuring out what works and what feels right for you. Those first 100 subscribers are about laying the groundwork. You're building habits, you're finding your voice, and you're creating a channel that people want to come back to. So stick with it, and before you know it, those first 100 will turn into your next 1,000. All right, now let's talk about what's really going to keep you going, and that's your mindset. Because let's be honest, YouTube is not just about making videos. It's a mental game, and if you're not careful, burnout and self-doubt will sneak up on you fast. It's okay to feel stuck. Some days you're going to question everything, like, why am I doing this? Or does anyone even care? And yeah, that sucks. But everyone feels that way. The creators you look up to, they've been there. It's part of the process. What really trips us up is focusing on things we can't control, like views, likes, and subscribers. Instead, focus on what you can control, and that's making the best video that you can today. So improving just a little bit with every upload. Showing up even when it feels like no one's watching. Those are the things that actually matter. So if you're not into it, your content will show it. So take breaks when you need them. Rest isn't the enemy. Everybody needs a break here and there. And when you recharge, you come back stronger with better ideas and more energy to create. Finally, keep your eyes on the big picture. And this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Growth takes time, and those tough days are just part of the story. The only way you lose is if you stop trying. So when self-doubt starts creeping in, remember that you're trying to make progress, not perfection. So keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep going.